somewhere to stay, because you cannot put the people in the streets. We need our kids to have somewhere to stay.
I am a Section 8 voucher holder. It took me 10 years to get my voucher. We won't go into why it took that long. But now that I know that I'm faced with it being snatched away so soon, I'm just tired of the government snatching the rug from us.
I'm here at the Russell Senate Office Building with Ms. Von Goshri of the District of Columbia Housing Authority, the Commissioner for Family Properties. And Ms. Von Goshri is going to tell us what's going on in our city and why we need to stand up and for the Senate people to have a heart.
I represent the family properties, that means like Bury Farms, Lincoln Heights, Potomac Gardens, Langston, just to name a few. And I influence policy that impacts the Housing Choice Voucher Program and all affordable housing in the District of Columbia. Let me tell you how it's going to impact my constituents. Probably this will mean a frozen waiting list and fewer new vouchers. We'll make it harder to get vouchers for 8,000 families. And remember now, the District of Columbia is only a 10-mile square. This is a national hit. And the 112th Congress is to drive by.
We are in need of this budget cut not to happen, because it will affect so many people, not only in the District of Columbia, but Maryland and Virginia. It affects our children, our seniors, our retirees, those of us that are still working. We are all in need of the Section 8 voucher program.
Do you know if they have a strategic plan for where they're going to put the people that are displaced by these housing cuts?
They haven't been that transparent. The 112th Congress, the last thing I saw them do was to let everybody know of the constitutional rights while they took away the rights of those of us in the District of Columbia.
So the housing is going to be cut, the vouchers are going to be cut, homelessness is going to be on the rise, and there have been no talks with the communities that are affected. We are here in the Russell Senate Office Building, home of the senators that are going to cut more than $17 million from the budget for public housing, Section 8, health care, and everything for poor people. Just look at how spacious this area is. Those of you that are in public housing, imagine how many of us could stay right here in this area. And we want to ask these senators if it is one of their strategic plans that they house the homeless that are about to be displaced from the public housing and Section 8 voucher recipients right here in the Russell Senate Office Building. Don't you think it would be a great idea? I do. And we're asking the senators today just to have a heart.
We're supporting tenants who are facing the threat of losing their homes. And by saying losing their homes, we're worried about the budget cuts that will affect the voucher program, Section 8, and public housing. That's our main reason for being here to talk with Senator Patty Murray.
These are programs that she supports. She's always been a supporter of public housing. And I think, it's frustrating on our end because we're facing directives from the administration that says, we need to cut our budgets by billions of dollars. I wasn't able to look at Section 8 individually, but I know these faced a lot of cuts. The HUD budget in general was relatively, it did face some cuts, but it was relatively stable compared to other departments. So we were happy to see that the Obama administration did not cut as deep as they had threatened to do. As you know, these numbers are not solid. Obviously, congressional approval is the final process, and so we will be reviewing these.
But Lauren, I think you know as well as I do that it costs more money this year to do the same thing we did last year. And actually, we have an increased need because the economic downturn is really not over, no matter what anybody tells you. The economic downturn is not over, and so we have an increased need, and we have decreasing funding. Even if the funding stays the same, that same funding from 2010 is not going to maintain the programs this year because of the increased cost of doing what we did last year. It's been estimated that altogether about 10,000 households in D.C. are going to lose their housing and about 750,000 households across the country. And so that translates probably into about more like 20,000 D.C. residents, and 1.5 million, Americans across the country that are going to lose their housing if we don't, fix the problem very quickly.
$17.5 million. That's a lot of money to cut from the housing budget. That's a lot of homeless people We just came out of the Russell Senate office building, and there's space enough in there to house several homeless people and their families. And this building is paid for with our tax dollars. But what we're hearing, the story is that because of the cuts, they're going to cut public housing and Section 8 vouchers, which will affect, again, poor people. Where do they expect them to go?